Happy Easter, everybody! Do you know what I wish? I wish I had some fur like the Easter Bunny because I'm really cold. Anybody else? Looks like there's some rabbits here too, right in the front row. Who likes milk chocolate the best? Who likes dark chocolate the best? Who likes Peeps the best? Me! That's my favorite. So my name is Julie. What do you like, jelly beans the best? Yeah? What else? What other kinds? What? Tell me. What kind?
What? Cookies.
Cookies? Easter cookies? Like chicks and rabbits and stuff like that? So guess what, you guys? My name is Julianne Moore, and I wrote this book called, can anybody read that? Freckleface Strawberry. Can anybody guess why it's called Freckleface Strawberry?
Because she has freckles.
Yes, because she has freckles and red hair. And does anybody know who else here has freckles and red hair? Tell me.
You.
Oh my gosh, yes I do. I want you to look very closely and see if you've ever seen more freckles in your entire life. I know, right? Look how many. Look how many. I know, you look shocked. It's shocking. And in the summertime, there are even more freckles. Can you believe it? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to read the story, and I really hope you like it. You can't see it? I'm going to hold it up so that you can see it. Oh, the pages. Oh, but guess what? Guess what else? In real life, my nickname when I was 7 years old was Freckleface Strawberry. In real life. Can you believe that? Anyway, I thought that name was really embarrassing when I was 7. Now I don't care so much. Oh, somebody's nodding. A redhead. Now that I'm grown up, I don't care so much anymore. So, does anybody know what a dedication is to a book? You tell me. What?
A dedication to a book is when you write a book and you want to, like, in memory of them or just, like, give it to them, kind of.
That's exactly right. When you write a book kind of for someone. So my dedication says to Cal and Liv, my own little not-so-freckled strawberries. And they're right over there. See the girl in the purple sweater? That's Liv. And see the boy in the plaid shirt? That's Cal. So they have freckles, but they have tiny ones on their nose. They're not as freckled as me. So that's the dedication. Okay, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a girl who was just like everybody else. She was 7. Look, I lost another tooth. She was short. She could ride a bike. Not me. She was just like everybody else except for one thing. She had red hair and something worse. Freckles. How she got them was a mystery. Her father didn't have freckles. Her mother didn't have freckles. Her sister didn't have freckles. You do? Her baby brother, oh yeah, he had freckles, but he was just a baby. People always had something to say about her freckles. Hey, what happened to you? You look like you're dotted. If you got more freckles, you would be one big freckle, and that would be a tan. Does it hurt? You look dirty. You look like a giraffe, but a shorter one with freckles. Can I smell them? But most of the time, they just said, now can you read this? Freckleface Strawberry. Freckleface Strawberry felt really bad. She needed to get rid of her freckles fast. She tried scrubbing them. Get out of the bathroom. She tried lemon juice. Her sister says, you smell funny. She even tried markers, but her mom got mad. I told you never to draw on yourself. I'm wearing makeup. Has anybody ever done that? Put on markers for makeup? Yeah, Nothing worked. If she couldn't make her freckles go away, she would just have to hide. It worked! What's she wearing? A mask, a ski mask, that's right. All her freckles were gone. It worked so well, she started wearing it to school. It worked so well, nobody said anything about her freckles anymore. It worked so well, none of her friends knew where she was. Have you seen her? She's short and she can ride a bike. And she has freckles all over her body. Freckleface Strawberry was kind of sad and hot and a little itchy. After school at the playground, she was lonely. Everybody was playing except for Freckleface Strawberry. She was sitting in the shade wishing she wasn't so hot. Somebody tugged on her shirt. Mama! It was a baby. Freckleface Strawberry knew about babies because of her little brother. Mama! Don't bug me, baby. Mama! I said, don't bug me, baby. All right, I am pretty hot. The baby started to laugh. She laughed and laughed and laughed. Hey, what's so funny? Freckles. She loves freckles. She thinks they're funny. They're not. I should know. I know how you feel. I'm covered in them. I can't see any. I know. Mine kind of went away a little when I grew up. I bet yours will too. Whatever. She was just glad she wasn't so hot anymore or itchy. Suddenly, Freckleface Strawberry heard some familiar voices. Freckleface Strawberry, go down the slide with me. Freckleface Strawberry, you have to meet the new girl. She wears a ski mask all the time. Freckleface Strawberry, were you sick? Freckleface Strawberry, can you read that? You see what that says? We missed you. Freckleface Strawberry smiled so wide she thought she would crack open. She wasn't hot. She wasn't itchy, and she wasn't sad anymore. And who cared about having a million freckles when she had a million friends? And maybe that mom was right, and her freckles would go away a little. And Freckleface Strawberry really was like everybody else. She grew up, and her freckles... What do you think happened? No, her freckles did not go away. But somehow she didn't care so much after all. In fact, she lived happily ever after. She's a grown up. And look, and he says, I don't see any freckles. She says, are you sure? And he says, no, that's just a speck of dirt. The end. Do you guys have any questions about Freckleface Strawberry or about writing books? Here, hang on.
Why did she want to wear the ski mask if everybody was her friend?
That's an excellent question. Why did she want to wear a ski mask if everybody's her friend? She felt embarrassed about her freckles. But, you know, what she learned was that it didn't really matter, and her friends didn't care about her freckles, right? And then she stopped kind of caring, too. Yeah?
How is it, like, how do you think of characters? How do you, like, make the story, like, come alive?
What an excellent question. Oh, my goodness. That's really amazing. Well, you know where books come from, really? They come from your imagination. Sometimes it can be something that happened to you in real life. Like I said, my nickname actually was Freckleface Strawberry when I was 7 years old. And I didn't really think about it until I was a grown-up, and I thought, I'm going to write a book. And so I took that nickname, and I thought about, all the things that the kids say to Freckleface Strawberry in the book were things that kids said to me growing up. And I remembered them and I wrote them down. So some of the things are real life and some of the things are imagination. But that's kind of how you do it. It all just comes from your imagination. Yeah?
Sesame Street. Like Emma's real on Sesame Street. That's not real life. That's fake.
Well, that's true. Television is not reality. Yes?
Why does she even think about her freckles?
Oh, that's a good question. Why does she even think about her freckles? I think because she feels like other people don't have freckles like she does. See, like I have so many freckles. So when I was a little kid, I thought, how come I have freckles? And not a lot of other people do. It made me feel different. But then when I grew up, I thought, it doesn't matter. We're all different in different ways, right? But we're all exactly the same because we're just people. That's a very good question. Yes?
Why were her friends making fun of her?
Oh, why were her friends making fun of her? I think sometimes kids tease and they don't know that they're hurting people's feelings, right? Maybe you'll say like in that one kid says, can I smell them? Which is a silly thing to say, right? So maybe he's thinking that freckles have a different kind of smell or something. He may not, I don't think he's trying to hurt her feelings. I think he's curious, which is why sometimes we want to be careful when we talk to people about things like that. That's a good question, too. Yes?
Did you really wear a ski mask?
I had a hat that I liked to wear that had a long tail, and I would wrap the tail around my face. So, yes, I sort of did wear something like that.
Some television is real.
Some television is real. It's called reality television. But you know what my theory is? If there's a camera, people kind of start acting a little bit. So it's not exactly real.
Did you really draw your you got markers and you draw it on your face?
Do you know who did that? My daughter. That's where I got that. My daughter, she was 10 years old yesterday, so she doesn't do that kind of stuff anymore. But when she was little, she liked to do that. Let's see, is there somebody else? Here we go.
Why are freckles red?
Why are freckles red? Well, freckles are different colors. Sometimes freckles are brown. Sometimes freckles are red. Sometimes freckles are like dark brown. My freckles are a reddish color, probably because my hair is red. So sometimes it kind of goes with the color of your hair. Here's somebody over here.
My name is Callie, and this is my sister.
Hi, you guys. So nice to meet you. Happy Easter. Here we go.
Is it hard to write a book?
Is it hard to write a book? Have you ever written books in school? Yeah. I always tell kids it's not as hard to write a book as you think. You've probably done it in school. You could do the words and the pictures yourself, or you could do what I did. I had a partner. I did the words, and Leywin Fem did the pictures. And I live in New York, and she lives in San Francisco. What about
chapter books?
Yeah, chapter books usually don't have pictures in them, write the whole story, right? But it's the same kind of thing. It comes from your imagination, and I really do believe that all kids can write books. So if you have an idea, you should write it down, definitely. Okay.
Go ahead, Riley. What's your question?
Well, we have freckles. Mommy.
Yeah, what? Who's got freckles? Who's got freckles? Oh my goodness! Look how many. Can you tell me how many I have? It's too many to count. Right there.
Is it good to have freckles?
Is it good to have freckles? Yeah, I think it's pretty good to have freckles. I think it's pretty good to have anything. I think really what the book is about is that like we all have things that are different, but we don't need to worry about them. I think sometimes the things that seem like a big deal when you're a little kid are maybe not a big deal when you grow up, and that's an important thing for kids to know, right?
Where'd you get the idea to write the book?
Because it was my nickname. And a friend said to me, you should write a children's book about something that happened to you when you were a kid. Your kids would like that. And I laughed. I said, I don't think so. But then I remembered that I had this nickname, and then the story kind of popped out. Yes?
How do you get freckles in the summer?
How do I get freckles in the summer? This is a very interesting question. Somebody asked it once. It's like, you know how some people get a tan in the summer? That's because the melanin in their skin is even. Well, the melanin in my skin is all uneven. It's in like splotches. So when some people get a tan and they just get their skin gets darker overall, mine just gets dark in spots. It just has to be. It's the way my skin is. Yeah.
Why do some rabbits have freckles?
Rabbits have freckles? I don't know. Maybe do you think the Easter Bunny has freckles? Did anybody hear the Easter Bunny yesterday? I heard so much noise downstairs. He did what?
Blanket.
Tripped on a blanket.
Three blankets.
He tripped on 3 blankets. Did he leave a mess in the living room?
We just heard the power go out in the night, and we heard his feet.
That's right. The Easter Bunny is big and clumsy. That's what I found.
I set a trap, but he didn't go in it.
But thank goodness he didn't go in it, because then he wouldn't be able to deliver all the Easter baskets. Oh, darn it. Here, you didn't say anything over here.
How does she get freckles?
How did she get freckles? Well, she gets them by going into the sun. Like I said, it's when some people get a tan, some people get freckles. I get freckles. Yes.
When you wrote the story, how did you get the idea of making kind of like when you had freckles?
Well, because I started thinking about stuff that mattered to me when I was a kid, and I worried about my freckles. The next book I wrote is about dodgeball. Who likes dodgeball? Who hates dodgeball? Right? So, yeah. So then I wrote that. And then I wrote another book about best friends. So I just wrote about stuff that I liked. That's all. Yeah. One more question? One more question? Okay.
Did you make any more books?
I did. I wrote Freckleface Strawberry and the Dodgeball Bully, and Freckleface Strawberry Best Friends Forever. And I'll be back, I think, at 11:45. I think I'm back at 11:45, but I'm going to read the other 2 books. So if you guys are around after you've hunted for eggs a little bit, I'm going to read the other 2, okay? Thank you so much. You were such great listeners. Really, and really, really great questions. Happy Easter.